Hello, future engineers. Today we're going to be writing our very first program inside of VEX VR, and we're going to be writing it inside of Python. So some of you may be familiar with Python, some of you, it might be new to you, but we're going to explain everything that you see on the screen right here, and then we're going to get started. Cool. So what we are doing right now is we are just going to do a simple little assignment. We're gonna go over to our playgrounds over here, and I want you to switch the playground to our number grid map. We'll do that. Cool. And what I want to do is I want to drive to, we'll see, how many degrees is it out right now? What is the temperature? All right, so it is 31 degrees where I'm at right now. We got some snow falling down. So let's see if we can get to 31, which is actually, right in front of us. Perfect. Cool. So what we have got right here is we've got several lines of codes. One, we have got our project. We've got the author created. This we can fill in. It is important to keep track of this, especially when you're turning in these assignments, just so I know that it's you that are doing these assignments. So this was created 1/31/21. Cool. And the description of this, I am just going to call this first code. Sweet. So over here, we are importing stuff from a library. So the library we are importing from is VEX code. These are pre-written codes. A lot of them are that, such as the drive set and the drivetrain. Those are important things that we don't want to write the code for, so they have done that for us. We are importing all. This asterisk just means that we're importing everything from these libraries. Cool. So now we're going to add our project into our main. The reason why we're doing this is because we need to run a function through our virtual reality thread. This thread just takes what we wrote and then puts it into this VR world where we can see it as an output. So right here, we've got define the main. So we've named it right here. The main has this little spot that we can add different variables or arguments that we wanted to change, but we're not going to get into any of that right now. So our first command that we have in here is drivetrain drive forward 20 or 200 millimeters, which is perfect. We're going to see how far we go inside of this. 200 basically just got us to our 11 spot. So we want to go up to 31. So I'm going to change some arguments inside of this. So over here, we're going to change from 200. Let's make that 400 instead. So now we're going to drive forward for 400. So now when I start this and I load it up, didn't quite get there. I look like I'm about 100 meters short. This got us up to 200. This got us to 400. So it looks like each block is around 200 meters. So let's pop that up to 600. And then we're going to hit start. And there we go. Cool. Let's also try that, and we're going to look at a different view. Let's refresh this. Go to our new view. Cool. Perfect. All right. Now, the next thing that we want to do, we want to actually have this go to a specific number. Let's say that we want to go to, I should have kept the playground open. We want to go to what weather we wish it was out. And I'm going to say that the perfect weather is going to be 65 degrees. I like the fall weather, like the early fall. That's just a cross-country season kind of thing. 65 degrees is where I want to go. So let's try and plan this out. So if each of these is 200, we're going to go, this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 120, or 1,200, and then we're gonna go over another 2, 4, 6, 8. Cool. So let's plan that out. Over here inside of my code, what I'm going to do is I am going to drive forward for that original amount of 1,200. And then I want to throw in another thing for my drivetrain to do. So I'm going to turn right for 90 degrees. So there you go. You can see that it is contained inside of our main function. We do not need semicolons at the end of this. Our Python is a white space or blank space reading code, so it doesn't really need a lot of punctuation or traditional syntax inside of what you might see in JavaScript or C#. We just have a colon over here. That's the only kind of like syntax that we have. I mean, we have a lot of other syntax, but in terms of semicolons, colons, and things that display what's going on next. Cool. So then what I also want to do is drive forward again. So I can also just go in here and start to write this out, and we can do drive train dot drive for, and we are going to choose forward. We are going to go forward, I believe it was 800, and we're going to keep this in millimeters. And then I'll close that up. And cool, so now everything that I have written inside of my main is going to be run inside of this VR. So now let's refresh this, and we're gonna hit start. Good so far. We go up to 600, we make that 90-degree turn, and we make it to 65. Perfect. All right, that is enough for our first video. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you later. Bye.